Hi everyone, Becky here from Bambinos and Me. I hope you're all okay. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. As you can see, I'm in a slightly darker room at the moment. I'm in one of my daughter's bedrooms. And the reason for that is because I thought I'd set the scene a bit, because I'm going to talk to you about a few sleep ideas, making that transition from day to night a little bit easier, just giving you a few ideas on what you can do to just calm and chill out your children. So as you know, I'm a yoga teacher, baby massage instructor. So what I thought I would do is just try and bring all that together and give you a little yoga routine to do with your children, to give you a few massage ideas, a bit of meditation and a bit of relaxation. So what I am going to do first of all, before I do all that, is just talk to you a little bit. So the first part, I would suggest that you don't involve your children just yet. This part is for you to just to listen, and then I'll make it clear as to the next step of actually doing a little bedtime routine with your child. But obviously that's going to depend on the ages of your child. So first of all, we're going to set the scene. So we need it to be a little bit darker. We need some ambient lighting. As you can see, I have a little bit behind me. I have a diffuser behind me with some natural oils in, and that's from Tiddly Pom, who a lot of you know I sell in my classes because I use their lovely massage oil. And my girls really like this spray in their bedrooms as well. It's a pillow spray, and it's just a lovely blend of organic oils, so very natural for young children. Another one I would recommend, and I'll put in the comments, is a Tropics sleep spray, because again, Tropics is very natural. There's no nasties added, and it's safe for children as well. So this diffuser is available from Tiddly Pom, so if you want any more information on that, just pop me a message. So we want a nice warm temperature, not too warm, not too cold. When we're doing massage, make sure that you have a blanket, because if you're doing an older child, they may want to have their clothes off, they may not want to, which we'll talk about that in a minute. But just make sure that when you finish massaging a part of the body, you're then covering up with a little blanket, just because the body can cool down and get a little bit too cold sometimes after a massage. So we also need to I need to mention that if your children enjoy having their iPads before bed, which mine do, we always make sure that they stop having their iPads a little bit before going to bed, because when you're on an iPad, you get a lot of blue light, and quite often that tells the brain that it's daytime. Or you may have a system on your phone or tablet that you can change the lighting, so that might be worthwhile as well, because otherwise it's really stimulating the brain. So I always say that they have their iPads, but then we have a little bit of a break, so that might be stories or them just playing or having a massage, so not iPad and then straight to bed. So another thing that my girls love having is an eye pillow, eye mask, and obviously that then just makes it a little bit darker for them. For some children that could be the worst thing. They don't like having something restricted, so again, just take what you can from this. I'm obviously talking very general. So that's just one suggestion, as my girls love it. Or another one is just an eye pillow, so that way they don't feel restricted at all. It's not with elastic on them. It's literally just resting over the eyes, and often these come with lavender if your child is okay with lavender. Okay, so when we do massage before bed, I recommend that you will have had a few practices of offering massage to your child. For instance, not every child will like massage oil. My eldest doesn't. She prefers to have a moisturiser on her. So it's very much about seeing what their likes and dislikes are. So for instance, another child may like to have just underwear on, but obviously covering them up for respect and dignity. But other children won't like to have their clothes off, and that's absolutely fine. You can do a lovely soothing and calming massage with a child's clothes on. That's absolutely fine. It's very much about listening to them and respecting their views and their wishes. So if you have had a few practices before bedtime, you will know what they're happy with. So on a mattress isn't always the best place to do a massage. I always do mine on a yoga mat or a gymnastics mat on the floor with a cushion if they want one and a blanket. Some children might like to have their little comforters with them if they've got a little cuddly toy. Excuse me. And if they don't want a massage, it doesn't mean that they don't like massages. It just means that it might not be the right time for them. So it's just very much about listening to what they would like. Again, if you've had a few practices with massage, you will know what kind of pressure that your child likes. Some might quite like a firm massage, others might just like a gentle touch. So there's no real right or wrong way of offering a loving touch to a child. And I'm talking about an older child. But we just need to be wary of the spine, so we don't put any pressure on the spine. We don't touch the genital area. We don't touch under the arms unless we're just doing a gentle flat stroke. We also need to be very careful with the tummy because there's certain directions that we should be going. So we always go clockwise on a child's tummy. So I often suggest starting with the hands and the feet because sometimes children don't feel that comfortable if their chest is touched or their tummy is touched. So just starting with the hands or feet. My older child particularly loves a back massage. So it's very much about finding what they like. Because you're more likely to find that if you've practiced and found what they like and what they don't like, the bedtime routine is going to be more relaxed if you know that that's something that works for them, rather than testing a massage before bed and it going to chaos because it's too ticklish, it's too stimulating for a child. Okay. So sorry, I've written down all my notes just so I don't forget anything. So when we're looking at timings, now I often say if we're looking at young babies, before bed doesn't always work because quite often they would have had a nice warm bath, they get a little bit cold, they get dry, they get warm again, and then we start to undress them to do a massage. And sometimes it's just too overwhelming for them and they just want to go to bed. So for babies and for some children, again, you know your child more than anyone. So you may think, well, this might actually work for them. What I sometimes suggest is having a massage and then having a bath. That way they're still getting, obviously their bath, they're getting the nurturing, loving touch of a massage, and then they're going to bed, whether that's with stories or whatever routine you do. Just for some children, they might really benefit from a massage, but after a bath is the wrong time for them. So just be aware that there's certain times that might be best for your child. And when we're looking at babies, if you've done a course with me, or if you've done an online course, then you'll know that that bedtime may not work at all for your child, and so it can be done during the day through your playtime with your baby. Okay, and I recommend that before bed you start just doing one part of the body like we just talked about. A whole body sequence might be a little bit too much for some children, and that's not just babies, that could be older children as well, if you're just getting them into a routine. And also time wise, if you've got other children, you may not want to be doing a full body massage because you've got to fit everything in. So even just having a story with a little hand massage, it's just a really nice soothing and calming way to settle your child before bed. So you, like I said, you may not want to do it on a mattress, because for some children the touch might be not as firm as they need it. But again, it's trial and error, so you may want to try it in a bed, you might want to do it on the floor. If you've got an active toddler or a preschooler, they may not want to lie down at all. They can sit, they can stand, however they are comfortable. You can offer a massage, and you can offer a massage depending on what they are interested in. So if there's a TV program that they love and that's their routine of watching it before bed, you could do a little massage then. If you always have story time, again, you can offer a little massage whilst you're reading to your child or singing or whatever they're interested in. You can generally do a massage, and there isn't a set thing. I can offer some techniques, but really with massage we can make it up, as long as we are being safe with our touch, and we're being gentle with a firm pressure. We can really do on an older child whatever positions a child likes. For instance, you might have siblings who want to do a massage on each other. You might have children at school, if they do similar to what I do a calm club, and the children do peer pressure, like peer massage on each other. So it's really about making it enjoyable for your particular child. If your child loves dinosaurs, you can do a dinosaur massage. If your child likes trucks, Barbies, it's really endless. Whatever your child is into, you can really do a massage on them. Okay, so I am just going to do just a little relaxation, and then we are going to do some yoga. So the yoga poses are to calm down, wind down, and it's just really about calming the brain and the mind. It's about stretching out the muscles. These particular poses that I've picked can relieve stress. They can support anxiety as well. So they're just a few little techniques that we can do just before bed. And again, you can build this into a bedtime routine however you wish. So you might want to do some yoga, then some massage, or you just might want to do some yoga. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So I'm just going to do some breathing exercises. Now, some of you will have done this one before, but this is a really good one for just calming our breathing down. And because we're using our hands, it's a really good visual for children as well. So we just breathe in, and then we breathe out, and then we breathe in, and then we breathe out. And this is a really good one for parents as well. we breathe in, and we breathe out, and we breathe in, and we breathe out, and we breathe in, and we breathe out. Okay, so another little tip, ooh, it's a flying dog, is having a little breathing buddy. So if you come to my classes already, you'll know that these are really liked at relaxation time. So when a child is lying down, then we just give them a little teddy, whatever you have at home, and we just place it on their tummy, and we're encouraging belly breathing. So we are encouraging, when we breathe in, our tummy is expanding, and when we breathe out, our tummy contracts back in. And when they're having a little when they're having a little toy on their tummy, they're visually seeing that. So we say that they're giving their little pet or their little creature a little bit of a ride. So you should see, they should see the toy rising up and down on their tummy. Okay, so the other benefit which I forgot to mention about massage is that when you are massaging a child, we are releasing a happy hormone called oxytocin, and that has feel-good, it's like a feel-good hormone, if you like, but that's not just for the child, that's also for the adult as well, and it has a nice soothing and relaxing effect. So you might find that actually that also helps with your sleep as well, not just your child's. And obviously it's very much about bonding. So we are passing on our love when we are massaging a child, and that way a child is feeling very loved, very secure, and comforted when they're going to sleep. And if your child is someone that suffers from anxiety or worries, there are various things that we can suggest, such as a dream catcher, or you could have a spray like this, but you could put your own label on it, and you could call it so-and-so's dream spray. So you're making sure that there's only nice dreams in the room. Another idea, and I know some of my children that come to classes love having these, is crystals. So an amethyst is a really good crystal to have. It's has nice calming and soothing qualities, and pink quartz is really good as well. But you might have clear quartz, and the idea of this is that you almost give all your worries onto the clear quartz, and then a child can go to the bathroom and put their clear quartz under the water, and they just see all their worries then just draining away. So that's just a little idea if your child is into crystals. So before we do our yoga and our relaxation, we're just going to take a few deep breaths and just make sure that you're feeling nice and relaxed. Music is another one that is really nice, but again, it is testing and it is trial and error, because for one person the sound of water or dolphins is really soothing, but for the next person it can be quite irritating. So there's loads of relaxation music on YouTube, so I would just recommend trying quite a few. I will put a meditation from Sarah, who a lot of you will know because I work with her a lot, from Down to Earth Crystal Healing. So she's done a lovely meditation that you can read to your child. There are a lot on her website as well, or her Facebook page. But there's also other types of meditations. My girls, they sometimes like things like a unicorn meditation. So there is quite a lot on YouTube and places like that. But again, do just try them, because you might find that they're not appropriate for your child, in the sense of they may not like the person's voice, they may find it too funny, and so they're not gonna be relaxed. So just do lots of trial and just lots of just practicing. Okay, so we shall do our yoga. So I am going to move my lovely camera, and hopefully you can't see too much mess in this bedroom. It is a little bit messy, I do apologise. So we are going to make sure we are nice and grounded. So we are going to jump up, and we are literally just going to just stand in mountain pose for just a few minutes, or not minutes, seconds, and just taking a few deep breaths and just making sure that we're nice and grounded and ready to do some yoga. Okay, so then we're just going to bring our hands up to our heart center, and then we are just going to do our tree pose. Now, remembering, for some children may find balance a little bit tricky. So what we do is we just, first of all, we just put one foot on top of the other foot, and then just bringing our foot out, and then we can raise up our foot. And then we always make sure that we do both sides, that way that we're completely balanced. So again, if we want to start off very basic, just putting our other foot on our foot, raising out our leg, and then bringing it up. Now, if you find that tricky, you can always grab hold of something, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're now going to do what we call forward fold. So we're just going to slightly bend our knees a little bit, and then we're just going to bring our body down, all the way down to the floor. And then we're going to take a big breath in, and we're just going to come up to our knees, and then a big breath out, going back down to the floor again. And we're going to repeat that. Big breath in. And then release. And we just hang down here for a few minutes. Now, don't worry if you can't get flat on the floor. It's all about practice. Okay, and then we're just going to gently come down onto our knees, and then we're just going to do a little twist. So we're going to put our legs out, and then we're going to put one leg over the other leg, and we're just going to twist over, and then we're just going to do the other leg. And then we're just going to shake it all out. And then another really lovely one is to just put our feet together, and we just do a very, very gentle stretch, and then we just come up. So these are just very slow movements. We don't want anything too dynamic, because we don't want to be stimulating the body. And then another one that I particularly like, I haven't got much room in here, but it's one that we've done a lot at classes. It's where we put our legs up the wall. So the idea is that you get to your wall as near as you can do, and then you raise your legs up so they're on the wall, and you tuck your bottom in. So that's a really great one for relaxation. It's also very good for circulation, and And these ones are particularly great for just calming the mind, calming the body before getting ready for bed. So another one that another technique that's really nice is to just clench all those hands, your hands, clench those hands, and just say to yourself, when you take a big breath in, and you can say it in your mind, that I breathe in calm and I breathe out calm. Again, I breathe in calm and I breathe out calm. And then another thing to do, so again, you may not want to do all of these in one go, just pick bits that you think that your child is going to like. Okay, so another one to do is when a child is lying down, you might want to do it before a massage because it just gets them all relaxed, is to just work your way up the body, encouraging the child to either say it out loud or you can say it for them. And we start with the feet, and you say, relax my feet are relaxed. So every part that you're saying of the body, you're squeezing in and then you're releasing. So I relax my thighs are relaxed. And then we just work our way up our body, including the face, scrunch everything up and relax. And then you can go on to do your massage. But again, some children, particularly younger children, may need a little bit of encouragement to relax. So it's okay to just gently just bounce the legs a little bit, for instance, and just say relax, relax, and then you can carry on to then do a little bit of massage. So I'm going to stop recording because I'm then going to do a separate video of the massage because I'm going to ask one of my little girls to come and join me. Okay, so I will see you very shortly.